YouTube, man. Tonight, I just want to have a discussion over the confirmed up and coming heavyweight bout between Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua. Excuse the blue tongue. I've been drinking sugar-free ocean water, and excuse the bundle of stuffed animals in the back. That's this is actually my daughter's playroom. So this is why I do most of my videos now. I used to do them in the gym, but it's all good. I do not expect many people. This is just a pop up. If I get one person in, I'll be surprised. But I'm just going to keep the live going, regardless if anyone shows up or not, because it'll save and people can come watch it later if you want to. Now, before I get started, I want to say this: I have more people who aren't subscribed to me watching my content than people who are subscribed. So this means two things. People who are subscribed, you should be checking out the content. I know I don't have the best content in the world, but it's not the worst. You know what I'm saying? So pop in and holler at your boy. And if you're a return watcher and you aren't subscribed, hey, leave a like if you like the video or comment. And if you really want to subscribe, that's all I ask. It's all for free. Every bit of it's for free. I promise you that. Um, but we're going to keep it going. I'm not going to stay long. If I get a handful of people come on, that's one thing. If not, then I'll just speak my piece on this up and coming fight and leave it up for people to view later on. Um, I was surprised when I caught wind of this, man. I was very, very surprised. And it caught me off guard because I thought we were going to see AJ against, another legit professional boxer. But it's not happening. They're going with Francis Ngannou. And honestly, some people say it's a pointless fight. And I can understand why someone would say that. It makes sense. But it's also exciting. It would be different if Francis had a horrible outing against Tyson Fury his last time out. It's actually his first time boxing in a professional ring. Boxing ring, that is. But he had a great outing, and a lot of people in this, fight game says that Francis won. And I think he did enough, but when you're fighting a champion, arguably one of the best heavyweights of our era, you go to decision, you're not going to get it, especially if you are coming from the world of mixed martial arts. It's just not going to happen. Um, and that's why this fight's happening. It's because of how he performed against Tyson Fury. Now, it's a 10-round bout, so it's not 12 rounds. And my question is, should this go on Anthony Joshua's record? Because if I'm being quite frank and honest, isn't this basically a glorified exhibition? I'm all over it though. I'm not hating on it. I'm going to tune in. I'm going to watch it, and I'll definitely do a live stream, Lord willing, and if I'm still here. And we can all have fun and chit chat about the fight. Because it's happening, it's confirmed. You know what I'm saying? So, um, we can gripe about it, or we can watch it. I'm not going to gripe about it, man. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that this fight should go on the record of AJ. Now I know that Ngannou now has a professional boxing license, so he is a professional. But this is only his second bout, and in his second bout, he is fighting. He's already fought one of the top elite heavyweight fighters, and now he's about to. I hear you, man. What's going on, Productions? What's that? Yeah, Thunder's Productions. Appreciate you for showing up. A lot of people going to watch it, man. But he's already within two fights. He's fought two of the top heavyweights of our era. One former world champion in Anthony Joshua, and the WBC lineal champion Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? I disagree. If Ngannou is at that high level, AJ should get the credit. I understand that too. I really do. It's kind of like when Floyd fought McGregor. I don't think that should have gone on Floyd's record because I mean it was an exhibition, and to me this is an exhibition, but it's very very competitive because Ngannou stands a chance of really winning this fight. McGregor didn't stand a chance. I knew McGregor was going to lose. I think everybody on the planet Earth knew he was going to lose, other than diehard McGregor fans. But Francis has a really good chance of knocking AJ out. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I get why you say that. I get why you say it. I mean, I'm gonna respectfully disagree, but I mean, then again, Ngannou was a professional boxer now. You know, whether he has a record of 0-1, he's still a professional boxer. So, I mean, if he gets the credit for it, AJ, if he does, if AJ wins, then I'll understand that. You know, I don't want to have a gripe about it. You know what I'm saying? Ngannou brings the pain. Stephen K. He does, man. The dude is he's a physical specimen, man, and he hits hard and he doesn't fear these boxers, and that's what people got to understand, man. When he fought Tyson Fury, man, there was no fear in his face, man. No fear in his eyes, no fear nowhere in him, and that's why he fared so well. McGregor hurt Mayweather. I don't. I mean, I watched the fight probably 3 times, but it was years ago. I never saw Mayweather hurt. I seen him knocked off balance, you know, once or twice, but I never really saw him hurt. McGregor, I'm gonna tell you this though, McGregor, the first 4, maybe 5 rounds, he did a great job, man. You know, it took Floyd a little bit to figure him out because he was tall and lanky and very, very unorthodox. But McGregor held his own, man, for the first, I would say, 5 rounds. Then he started gassing out. And Floyd did what he knew to do, the experience, you know what I'm saying? It was body shot in the 10th round. I remember that body shot. It did suck the wind out of Floyd, though. I don't think it was hurt. I think he got his attention. But I take nothing away from McGregor. He did way better than I thought he was going to do. I just knew he was going to lose that fight. Wait till he catches some of AJ's combos. He's going to rethink stuff quick. Man, see, people got to understand, too, there's a lot of people saying, man, Francis is big, he's strong, and he can knock AJ out. Well, AJ can do the same thing, and I think AJ has a better chance because of, you know, the fact that he's been a professional boxer for way longer than Francis. Now, you got MMA versus boxing. You're not really, because I got to give more credit to the MMA fighters. And you know why? And some boxing fans are going to get upset about this. I mean, I don't really care. When you got, okay, you have boxing and you have MMA. That's like football and basketball. They're both elite athletes, but it's a totally different sport. And for MMA fighters like Conor McGregor, you know, Anderson Silva, Francis Ngannou, to come over to the boxing realm and fight at a high level, way more credit to them for doing it, because you don't see, there was only one boxer that I know of that was crazy enough and broke enough to fight in MMA, and that was James Toney when he took on Randy Couture and got choked out within a matter of a minute. You know, because Randy Couture knew not to stand up with James Toney in an octagon or a ring for that matter. And he did the most simple, basic leg takedown to James Toney, and he choked James Toney out. And at the end of the fight, James Toney asked him, yo, come over to my realm now and fight me in boxing. And Randy Couture said, I will respectfully decline. Because he knew better than that. But I think James Toney got paid like $500,000 for that fight because he trolled Dana White, man. And it just bothered Dana White to the point to where he was like, all right, I'm going to throw you in there. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I know people don't give Jake his credit, but him beating Anderson Silva is so impressive to me, regardless of Silva's age. I gave my opinion about that fight on one of my last live streams, and somebody got really upset with me. So I mean, I know this is my platform and I can say what I want to say. It was a good fight. And I expected for Anderson to win that fight. And there was just some things in that fight that looked a little strange to me. That's all I'm gonna say. But I mean, I'm going to give Jake his credit. He's doing his thing. He's winning, and I ain't gonna throw no shade or no hate. Now, when boxers go to MMA lab, yeah, there's only one that I know, and that's James Toney, the only one. But you know, when you have MMA fighters come over to boxing, they do fairly well for the most part. They really do. I mean, the crossover between McGregor and Floyd Mayweather was huge, man. It was nuts. I remember, when it was going on, the build up to the fight, man. Doing the press conferences and him and when it came to the press conferences, man, he didn't have nothing on McGregor, man. McGregor was he's so quick witted and so eloquent with his words, man. It's just nuts. But I do give MMA fighters more credit than I do boxers when they doing these mix ups. Check out heavyweight prospect Alexander Dora Feeve. I just slaughtered that last name. Okay. There's a lot of names I can't pronounce. I have to snapshot that, man, or something, and check that out definitely. Everyone in MMA learns boxing. Yeah, it's a part of MMA, but MMA is a collective of a lot of combative martials. You know what I'm saying? So um they don't solely concentrate on boxing. They gotta be well rounded, and that's why when they come over to the boxing realm, even though they do good, some of them actually come over and beat boxers, but for the most part, like elite boxers and really really good boxers, they'll beat the MMA fighter because they don't solely focus on just stand up. It's just so much they have to do. Correct, but part of their training is yeah. I know, man. It definitely is, and but still, to me, for them to come over and do as well as they do is a feat to me, man. I love it. I think Francis beats best chance with AJ is on the inside with awkward angles. You know what? I think AJ is going to fare better on the inside because Ngannou has those long arms, and then if you get in close enough, you can smother his shots. I don't know if AJ's shorter than Ngannou, and if he is, it's only by a little bit. But I know AJ doesn't have as long as a reach. Well, I'm guessing. Judging by how I've viewed both of them, I think AJ has a shorter reach than Ngannou. So I think the fighter with the shorter reach will do a fair better on the inside, unless you're a tall, rangy guy who knows how to fight on the inside, like David Benavidez. He knows how to fight on the inside to be as long and as tall as he is. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What do you think about Fury's um, accidental elbow? It wasn't accidental. Shy guy. That elbow wasn't accidental. I watched it. I seen it. Um, Fury knows dirty tactics, man. There's a lot of fighters that do dirty tactics, but that was a blatant elbow to me. I just think it was just too much heat in the kitchen at that time, and I thought it was a blatant elbow. Honestly, to be honest with you, it wasn't like when KSI, accidentally elbowed that one opponent he knocked out. That was an accidental elbow, and he didn't do that on purpose, but it rung that dude's bell, man. Your audio is clicking. Okay, hold on. Excuse me, y'all. Let me do something right quick. I had it plugged into a mic. Is that better? Please let me know if that's better, man. I didn't expect nobody in, but we got 9 in. I appreciate you guys for showing up, man. Um, this bridgerweight division and super cruiserweight division BS needs to stop. I don't agree with it either. Like, who even? Like, come on. Just 2 more divisions to add 4 more belts, unnecessary belts. I don't agree with it either, but you know, I guess it'll give certain fighters at a certain weight a better advantage, like Deontay Wilder. You know, I don't know. It's weird to me. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I think KSI was going to win the fight. He was going to win that fight regardless, and that was an accidental elbow. It wasn't intentional, like my man Tyson Fury's. I believe that was intentional. Derek Chisora, um, Emmanuel Cho. Yeah, I know him. Mark D. Maury. need to retire. Out of all those fighters, I think Derek Chisora is on the top of that list. Derek Chisora, I feel like he really needs to stop fighting, um, and start up his own like podcast or something like that, or start doing some commentation, at fights, because he's very charismatic. He's not he's not the most eloquent with his words, but I think he could do really good on his own podcast or something like that, or his own reality show, something. But I do believe he needs to stop fighting, because I seen an interview with him when he was interviewing Conor McGregor on the outside of the ring in Saudi last Saturday or 2 Saturdays back. He was doing a great job, man. They should make a boxing heavyweight Grand Prix Super Elimination Tournament, just like they did the Super 6 tournament for the middleweights back in the day. I think that's a great idea. And it was over a span of 2 years. And Andre Ward came out on top on that, man. He beat a lot of elite middleweights, man, and that's the way to do it. And it's a really good way to keep them active and make a lot of money in the meantime. Have you kept up with your YouTube boxing fights recently? I remember you used to cover some fights on your channel, like Gibbs. I hadn't covered many YouTuber fights, if that's what you're asking. The last one I covered, I don't really consider Jake Paul a YouTuber anymore. He's a professional fighter, but it's him and his last fight. And before that, man, it's been forever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, forever. Nito Donaire was the best. Yeah, yeah. The Monster versus Donaire was freaking. The first fight was really, really good. The second fight wasn't competitive at all, and it was because anyway, did some serious homework on Donaire's style, and a lot of things Donaire was doing in the first fight, he was trying to do in the second fight, and anyway, just blew him out of the water, man. But yeah, these tournaments are a great idea. Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi should just join forces, team up, and become one super state. Where did that come from? I mean, it's a good idea, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know where you came out of left field with that one, man. That first fight was a war. It was. I was so impressed with Donaire, man. Donaire, I've been a fan of Donaire ever since he knocked out and beat Vic Darchinyan. Because Vic Darchinyan, man, I don't know how he was beating, opponents. He was just so sloppy, so wild with his shots, but he would knock you out if he caught you. And man, he ran into the front door, man, of a check hook when he fought Nonito Donaire. And I started following him, from that point on. That was a long time ago. Who does Channel fight next? Oh, not Channel, my bad. I don't know who that is. You mean Canelo? Did you say Canelo? Oh, Canelo? I don't know. Canelo fights whoever he wants to fight. And it's starting to get disappointing to me. His last fight was against Charlo. And we're talking little Charlo. Jermell, the one who recently clocked his significant other in the eye. And he's in a lower weight class, and that made no sense to me, and I did not like it. Canelo feels like he's done enough in the sport to where he can be like Floyd Mayweather was, because there was a time when Floyd was actually fighting, the fights he was supposed to fight, and then when he got so big and made so much money, he just started picking. I want to fight this guy. I want to fight this guy. David Benavidez is the fight I want to see, hands down. So I don't know who Canelo's fight next. Canelo versus RealTalk in his prime. I'll fight Canelo right now, after hernia surgery. You give me $5 million. I'll just be like, can I wear a body pad? Can we not throw body shots? And I'll actually come in and shake. Give me $5 million, man. That's all I ask for. Or let's say 10. Let's say 10. I'll keep $5 million for me and my family, and I'll give $5 million away to my loved ones, my friends, and even people I don't like. That's what I would do. You dig? But yeah, man, Canelo, man, it's hard to be disappointed with Canelo because he's accomplished so much. But come on, man. You have to fight, stay in your weight class and fight. You have fighters there, you have mandatory there, and you just won't, you won't give us what we want. Greetings from Canada. What's going on? Shane McQueen. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got 14 in today. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. And time is flying by. But listen, okay, we're gonna jump back on this fight with Ngannou and Joshua. Who do y'all pick to win that fight? Who do you think is the best Mexican boxer ever? Oh man. Ricardo. That's a good question. You know, I was just watching highlights of Jorge Paez just before I got on. Me and my daughter were watching him, but he's not the best Mexican fighter ever. I would have to say I like Julio Cesar Chavez. I like him a lot. I'm gonna have to say Julio Cesar Chavez, senior, not junior. Even though there were some fights I believe he lost, and you know he was awarded a victory, but he was just he had so many fights and so many wins, and the dude was just he was great. He was great. Eric Morales, he was good. Who else was good? Okay, Eric Morales was good. You had Antonio Borrara. He was good. He dethroned Prince Nassim Muhammad. I saw that fight live when I was living in Michigan. And man, boy, you talking about Mexico threw a party. They threw a party when he beat Prince Nassim, man. I love that fight. But there's going to be a good fight between AJ versus Ngannou. I believe it will. Also, late Happy New Year's. Appreciate it. Oh, happy birthday to Floyd Patterson. My bad. I didn't know it was Floyd Patterson's birthday. Let's not hate on Marquez. Marquez was good too. I mean, I don't think he was the greatest, but I mean, that son of a gun had some wars with a lot of people. He was very, very slick, and you know, had ring generalship, had a ton of experience. You know what I'm saying? And you know, him and Manny Pacquiao just went back and forth. We can't forget Fernando Vargas as well. Fernando was good, even though I think he lost to Winky Wright. That's just my opinion. A lot of good ones out there, man. Do you think they should bring back 15 rounds in boxing? Burrell was excellent. 15 rounds, man, those days are over with, man. Those days are over with. I don't. That's if you brought back 15 rounds, man, that would make a lot of heavyweights mad. You know, back in the day, they used to fight 33 rounds, man, stuff like that. I mean, they were gladiators back in the day. Boxing is totally different than it was 50 years ago. Heck, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 15 rounds though, I don't know. I don't think it'll be a good thing. Who y'all got on that fight though? Let me know right now. 10 in, 10 likes. AJ or Ngannou? Who do you got? Let's see your answer right quick. Let's get with it. I got AJ, Stephen K. I'm gonna give the advantage to AJ, most definitely. Anybody else? Adrian says he got AJ. We got 2 for AJ. Who else? Let me get 2 more, man, and we'll move on. Matter of fact, we'll move on right now. Y'all got any questions you want to ask? Open floor for any questions. It's already almost been 30 minutes, man. I really appreciate y'all showing up. Thank you so much. AJ has shown he's ready for that showdown. AJ showed a lot, man. I'm really proud of AJ, man. He did quite a bit last year, and I believe he's on his way back to the old AJ, getting his confidence back. You know, fighting very smart, strategic, and he's being more aggressive. AJ's looking really, really good. I'm proud of him, man. I really am, and I'm actually proud of Daniel Dubois because I didn't think much of Daniel Dubois for a long time, man. And his experience is starting to show. So Triple D, you're doing your thing, man. You know who I want to see fight Triple D? Andy Ruiz. Sean Porter wants to see the same thing. That fight right there, I think will be great. And 2 years ago, I wouldn't have gave Daniel Dubois a chance against Andy Ruiz, but I do now. And I would love to see Triple D rematch the Juggernaut. And for some reason, I keep forgetting his name. What is his name? Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce. I want to see him. I want to see Triple D rematch Joe Joyce. I guarantee you it'll be different. It'll be a lot different. Let me scroll back up, see if I missed any questions. All right, man. Well, I check it out, man. If you guys don't have any more questions, now I'm gonna go ahead and bounce out. I didn't plan on staying on about 15 minutes anyway. But I appreciate you guys for coming and checking me out, man. And if you haven't liked or comment or subscribe, please do. And I might have more content to come. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just stay tuned. God bless everybody. Respect all, fear none, and God bless. I'm out of here, baby. Bye, y'all.